Bernoulli's theorem. So we had done this step, work done by liquid entering per second. I am just writing in brief. Net work done by liquid per second, that was P1 A1 V1 minus P2 A2 V2. This is equation number 1. ठीक है. नेट काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ लिक्विड, ये एंटरिंग नहीं है, लिक्विड पर सेकंड हो गया. ठीक है, नेट वर्क हो गया. नेट काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ लिक्विड पर सेकंड, change in kinetic energy. I write it change in kinetic energy. That is half m v2 square minus half m v1 square. Up to here we did this derivation. Now we are going to find potential energy of liquid entering the tube per second. Entering per second. So potential energy is mgh, and this was our tube of varying area of cross section. mgh m. So this is h1. This height is h2 from the ground. So potential energy of liquid entering per second can be written as mgh1. M is already mass per second, so this is also potential energy per second. Potential energy of liquid leaving the other end of tube per second, that will depend upon its height h2. So that is mgh2. So net potential energy of liquid per second, that is difference of the two, bigger minus smaller. Which is the bigger term out of the two? mgh2, because h2 is much greater. So we'll write mgh2 minus mgh1. So this is equation number 3. इसको आप डेल्टा PE बोल सकते हो, चेंज इन पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. So using work energy theorem, we can say net work done per second is equal to total change in energy, kinetic energy per second plus change in potential energy per second. There is some modification we are doing here in work energy theorem. Otherwise, work energy theorem was work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. But here we are taking work done is equal to change in total energy. So that will be change in kinetic energy plus change in potential energy. See up to here, all the steps are clear to you? हाँ, per second है दोनों sides पे per second. Net work done also per second. So just we are going to put the values now from equation number 1, equation number 2 and equation number 3. पहले note कर लीजिए यहाँ तक. Then I'll substitute the values. So P1 A1 V1 minus P2 A2 V2 work done हो गया. Change in kinetic energy half m V2 square minus half m V1 square plus change in potential energy mgh2 minus mgh1. So just substituting the values, we get this. Now 1 terms we bring on one side, 2 terms we take on the other side. So P1 A1 V1 plus half m V1 square, negative terms we bring on this side mgh1, and this minus P2 A2 V2 we take on that side, plus half m V2 square plus mg H2. All right. Now, from equation of continuity, we have this result. A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2 is equal to m by rho. Do you remember it was equal to m by rho? I told you to note it down. Okay. So we will substitute A1 V1 and A2 V2 equal to m by rho on both sides. So using equation of continuity, this becomes Now m will get cancelled on both the sides. It's present in all the terms now. So m gets cancelled. We are left with P1 by rho plus half V1 square plus GH1 is P2 by rho half V2 square plus GH2. So like we say A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2, that means AB is a constant. Same way here we are having P1 by rho plus half V1 square plus GH1 is P2 by rho plus half V2 square plus GH2. That means P by rho plus half V square plus GH, that is a constant. So this way Bernoulli's theorem, that is true. So this is the proof of Bernoulli's theorem. There are some other forms also. This is the most famous form of Bernoulli's theorem. First write like this. Then I will be discussing one more form. Bernoulli is the name of scientist. This is not that Bernoulli. बर्नौली साइंटिस्ट का ही नेम है, उसी ने दी थी थ्योरम. हाँ, A1 V1 को हमने m by rho पुट किया, A2 V2 को पुट किया, तो m गेट्स कैंसल्ड. ठीक है. हाँ, मतलब लाइक वी राइट A1 V1 A2 V2, इसका मतलब AB कांस्टेंट होता है. 1 2 हटा दो तो इसका मतलब दिस प्लस दिस इज अ कांस्टेंट. ऑलराइट. नाउ if we multiply both sides by density, multiply by rho both sides, what will we get? इसी को, हाँ, कांस्टेंट को रो से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे वो भी अनदर कांस्टेंट होगा, बिकॉज इनकम्प्रेसिबल लिक्विड वी आर टेकिंग आइडियल लिक्विड जिसकी डेंसिटी सेम है, मतलब कांस्टेंट. तो आप कांस्टेंट उधर लेके जाओगे, उधर इट विल बी अनदर कांस्टेंट, सो वी डोंट मेंशन इट. सो मल्टीप्लाई विद रो. This is another form, and in this case this term is called pressure head. When we have only pressure here, this term is called pressure head. This term will be useful to you for numerical problems. Half rho v square, that is called velocity head. Velocity head. And this is called gravitational head. So you can also state Bernoulli's theorem this way. It is the sum of pressure head, velocity head and gravitational head a constant. ठीक है. When you have pressure alone, this is called pressure head. So when you express in this form, this is pressure head, velocity head, gravitational head. So this is one more form of Bernoulli's theorem. It's up to you whether you derive this form or this. Both are correct. हाँ, वैसे तो by default यही करो. Then special case, one special case. Special case. So we have discussed two forms only. Now one special case. If the tube were horizontal, if the tube is horizontal, then both the ends H1, H2, they are equal to H. So on both sides, H1, H2 term will get cancelled. So we'll be having P by rho plus half V square is a constant. So for a horizontal tube, this thing will hold. So we have a very interesting relation between pressure and velocity. So from here we can say if pressure increases, velocity will decrease and vice versa. So most of the examples of Bernoulli's theorem are based on this logic that pressure and velocity are inversely proportional to each other. So if pressure is increasing in one term, velocity must be decreasing in the other term, so that this sum will remain constant, right? So let us have so many examples of Bernoulli's theorem. All these examples will be based on this concept: pressure and velocity are inversely proportional to each other. So let us come to first example, applications of Bernoulli's theorem. So next topic is applications of Bernoulli's theorem. हाँ, अगर हॉरिजॉन्टल ट्यूब होगी तो हाइट सेम होगी, उसमें पुट करो P1 by rho प्लस उसमें H1 H2 वाली टर्म कैंसिल हो जाएगी, so you will get it. No, ये तो मैं am going to rub this. Now next topic is applications of Bernoulli's theorem. Special case was if tube is horizontal, then what would happen? So then we concluded that pressure and velocity of liquid will be inversely proportional to each other. ये प्रूफ ही है, स्पेशल केस ही है, एक प्रूफ ही है छोटा सा, आप उसमें पुट करते हो तो डिराइव करते हो. So applications, first application is atomizer or spray bottle, spray bottle. Atomizer, यही बोला. This is a, आगे बैठो. So we are taking a spray bottle, like a perfume bottle is there. This is the nozzle. ठीक है? And now what happens here? When we press this, then velocity of air rushing through this pipe is very large. Velocity becomes more. Velocity of liquid rising through it becomes more. So according to Bernoulli's theorem, less pressure is created here. Velocity is more, so less pressure is. हाँ जी. Yes. स्ट्रॉ से पीने के लिए लिक्विड हाँ यूज करते हैं, फिर हाँ उसमें भी लगता है, प्रेशर डिफरेंस क्रिएट हो जाता है ना उसी की वजह से, स्पीड की वजह से. अंदर ज्यादा हो, अंदर विंड स्पीड नॉर्मल है ना, तो यहाँ पे प्रेशर ज्यादा है. अब बाहर विंड स्पीड इतनी हाई हो गई है कि प्रेशर बहुत ही लो प्रेशर एरिया क्रिएट हो. So it will be blown off from anything moves from region of high pressure to low pressure. So the roof will be blown off from inside pressure to outside pressure, high to low. अब अदरवाइज क्या होता है, अदरवाइज भी ऐसे होता है, बाहर जो एयर की स्पीड है नॉर्मल इनसाइड से ज्यादा ही होती है, बट प्रेशर उतना लो नहीं होता. स्पीड के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. व्हेन स्पीड बिकम्स वेरी वेरी हाई, प्रेशर बिकम्स वेरी वेरी लो, प्रेशर डिफरेंस बिकम्स वेरी लार्ज. So because of which this happens, right? थर्ड, ऐसा कब होता है? अच्छा, तो आप उड़ तो नहीं जाते उससे, है ना? टू पैरेलल शिप्स का एग्जांपल लेते हैं. नाउ सपोज दिस इज वाटर इन ओशन और सी एंड टू पैरेलल शिप्स आर देयर. ये हम टॉप व्यू दिखा रहे हैं. This is top view of two ships. Top view. So two ships are moving parallel in water. ये top view है, वो कोई बात नहीं, drawing की कोई problem नहीं, वो नहीं देखनी किसी ने. Now when this ship will be moving, it will disturb water on both sides. When this ship will be moving, it will also disturb water on both sides. Now, where the speed of water is more, here or here? Here, center. Because this is due to displacement of water by both the ships. So, the speed of water is more here. According to Bernoulli's theorem, pressure is less here. And speed is less here, pressure is more here. Same way here also. So, they tend to collide because they tend to move from region of high pressure to low pressure. So this ship will also experience a force this side, and this ship will experience a force this side. You must have experienced the same thing when you ride bicycle parallel to each other. अगर दो persons parallel to each other bicycle भी चला रहे हो, तो उनके inside जो in between region होगा, there the wind speed will be more. They will tend to collide. So they have to keep some distance. ट्रेन का भी ऐसे बहुत मुझे लगता है कि रेयर चांस होगा कि ट्रेन पैरेलल जा रही हो, वो तो रेल्स पे ही जाएंगी ना. हाँ, पर ऐसे पैरेलल जाने के दो ट्रेन के बिल्कुल सेम वो चांसेस काफी कम है, बट इट विल हैपन. इफ दिस हैपेंस देन दिस इज गोइंग टू बी एक्सपेक्टेड. यस, ओके. सो 2 examples or 3 examples are clear to you. Now next example is Magnus effect. It is related to spinning motion of a cricket ball. It's related to spinning motion of a cricket ball. So when the bowler, he spins the ball. Why he is curling the ball? Because this way, what will happen? When he is spinning the ball, then wind speed is low here, pressure is high here, wind speed is high here. According to Bernoulli's theorem, low pressure is created here. So by doing this, he is keeping the ball in the upward direction, means it is not tending to fall under gravity. It is going to spin and moving in the upward direction rather than falling. अगर हम simply ऐसे ball throw करते हैं तो it is definitely going to fall towards the ground. But he spins it so that it moves, it keeps moving in the upward direction for some time because of this pressure difference. Because of pressure difference. No, it's in the hands of the bowler. He is spinning the ball. So low pressure, high pressure here, low pressure here, it will keep the ball floating in the air or spinning in the air for some time. So it will not directly fall towards downward direction, or it will move in the upward direction first, or it will spin, you can say. This is called Magnus effect. Again, it is based on Bernoulli's theorem.